Okay. Hi everyone. Wait, can I just confirm in the chat that like everyone's able to see and hear me? Like give like a thumbs up or like I can hear you if you can see and hear me. Okay. Okay, never mind. I think that's good. I think it's good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Triple A. Thank you. Okay. Welcome to Ignition Hacks. Iteration 5. This is the opening ceremonies. This is our fifth time running Ignition Hacks, and this year it is fully online, and we're so excited to have all of you guys here. So, yeah, thank you so much for showing up, being at the opening ceremonies. We really appreciate it. Okay, so first, we want to give a really huge thank you to a few people who have been able to make this event possible in the first place. So, first, a very big thank you to our sponsors. So we are sponsored by IGDA, O'Reilly, Interview Buddy, Wolfram.xyz, and Cogni, NordVPN, NordPass, and Sodapus. And additionally, for our Flame sponsors, we are sponsored by GAR and Best Buy, who have mainly sponsored a lot of our prize tracks. So huge thank you to our sponsors. This event would not be possible without them. Go shout them out. We'll promote them on our social media. But Ignition Hacks would not be possible without our amazing sponsors. And then a huge thank you to our judges as well. Hopefully, you'll be able to connect with them in the Discord server. Also, in the Hacker Handbook, it has all the judging information. So, for example, like the things that you are evaluated on. So, if you're like wondering, okay, like where should I go to see like my judging and like the rubric and whatever, go on the dev post or the Hacker Handbook, and you should be able to see that information. Huge thank you to our mentors. So if you go in the Discord server and you go into the Ask Mentor for Help channel during hacking time, so Friday today at 10 p.m. and also Sunday at 10 a.m., you'll be able to ask mentors for help, whether that is centered around coding, whether that's centered around design, pitch, any of that. And this year we have a little bit of a switch up. So we have designated roles for mentors. So for example, some mentors will be able to specialize in like coding or like front end and back end, and we'll make sure that it is clear. So like if you need to reach out to a certain mentor, it's very clear on their so true. It will be very clear. um so yeah, like for example, if you need to reach out for like designing, then find a mentor with a design role and then just ping them. Okay, and lastly, huge thank you to our organizers. So we have lots of departments here at Ignition Hacks. We have UI UX, web dev, logistics, finance, and we all coordinate together to make this event possible in the first place. So I want to give a huge thank you to all the Ignition organizers. If you guys are watching, um, yeah, the organizers are super cool. If you're interested in applying, we will send out information about that in a few months. Okay, and next I am going to move on to our speaker, Rajab. He is a really cool YouTuber, and also he has a lot of experience being in the tech industry. So we're so excited to have him here.
Hey everyone, I am Rishabh and I'm thrilled to be here today. So, my journey into the tech world wasn't the typical path you might expect. I don't have a computer science degree and I started my career in a very different place. I'm here to share my story with you and not just to tell you what I have done, but to show you that no matter where you start, you can achieve incredible things in this field. And this is beyond the traditional finding success on a nonlinear tech path. So I came to Canada as an international student at the age of 17, right after my high school. My journey started at St. Lawrence College in Kingston, where I pursued a computer networking and technical support diploma. But studying wasn't the only thing on my plate. as many of the international students might be aware of, I was also working nights at a gas station and delivering pizzas in the summer to make ends meet. It wasn't easy, but it taught me a lot about hard work and perseverance. Looking back, I realized that I was pretty naive as a student. I didn't focus much during the first year of my diploma and wasn't even aware of opportunities like such hackathons. I missed out on those early chances to build my skills and network with others. As my diploma was coming to an end, I was able to land a co op as an IT admin. The picture that you see on the right is me doing IT admin stuff at the co op. That was my foot into the door. I was later hired full time as technical support specialist when I was just 20 years old. It felt like a big break because, trust me, I didn't want to work at the gas station, and this was something better than that. And soon I realized working in tech support that I wanted more. While working in that role, I discovered cloud, specifically AWS, which our SaaS company was using. I was fascinated by the technology and decided to dive deep into it. I took up every learning opportunity, would come in early to get some study sessions in, and even attending a cloud computing conference in Toronto, which was sponsored by my employer. After building my own project and understanding how AWS was integrated into our company, I was able to transition into a cloud engineering role within the same company. And it was a significant step forward. And here is a flow diagram, but I spent the next 2 years in that role learning about automation, infrastructure as code, and was lucky to spend 2 years in cloud engineering, where I learned a great deal. Eventually, I was given the opportunity to step into a DevOps engineer role, where I got to focus on streamlining processes and making our infrastructure more efficient. And throughout this journey, I had incredible support of my peers and mentors, which made all the difference. And soon, I realized how I lacked all of these networking skills that are possible at events such as this hackathon. Now comes my dream, right? So after a few years of growing in my career, something unexpected happened. I was surprised yet humbled when a recruiter from Google reached out to me. It felt like a dream, especially coming from a non-traditional background. I had watched countless videos about life or day in a life at Google, and the idea of working there was thrilling. So I went through the interview process, system design, and networking. I did well in those areas, but I struggled, as you can take a guess, with the coding round, which led to a rejection from Google. And here you can see the timeline of me telling that I have an interview on July 20th, and then me also posting an update about getting rejected in August. Not long after, I had the opportunity with Amazon, specifically AWS. Again, this was a dream. I was utilizing AWS at my current job. Again, I was excited, but this time I bombed the very first interview, and completely. It was embarrassing. 2 rejections from 2 of the biggest tech companies, all within 3 months. It was tough, but I didn't let it discourage me. I knew I had areas to improve, and I kept pushing forward. 4 months after the initial rejection from Google, they reached out again. This time, it was for an adjacent role, and I didn't have to go through the entire interview loop, which took 6 weeks previously. This meant I did perform well on the other rounds apart from coding. I just needed to do a call with the hiring manager, see if I was fit on the team, and I guess I was lucky, but I'm also a firm believer that luck is when opportunity meets preparation. I accepted the offer and joined Google in January 2022. It was, again, an amazing achievement, and I was super excited. But As it turned out, the role wasn't what I had hoped it would be. After just 4 months, I made the difficult decision to leave Google. Now, imagine as an international student calling your parents back home and telling them that you have decided to quit Google merely in 4 months. It was hard. I realized that what I really wanted to follow was my passion of teaching and connecting with developers, something that I discovered during the pandemic when I started blogging and making videos about cloud computing. And that's when Twilio, as you can see on my hat, came into the picture. In May of 2022, I joined them as a staff developer evangelist, a role that aligned perfectly with my passion for developer relations and developer education. Throughout my journey, one of the most important lessons I have learned is the value of resilience. Rejections, trust me, are tough and they can feel like the end of the road or the world, but there are also opportunities to grow and learn. I didn't let those setbacks at Google and Amazon stop me. Instead, I used them as a fuel to keep moving forward. Another key takeaway is the importance of embracing opportunities, even when they don't fit the traditional mold. My path, as you can see, wasn't linear, and yours doesn't have to be either. Whether you're working late nights or learning new skills on the fly, every experience adds value to your journey. One thing that I wish I had known earlier in my career was the importance of participating in events like this hackathon. I missed out on those opportunities as a student because I wasn't aware of them. But you all are already on a fantastic path by being here today, building your skills and connecting with like minded individuals. You're setting up yourself for success, and that's something to be proud of. As you embark on this hackathon, I want to encourage you to take risks, push boundaries, and don't be afraid to fail. Collaborate with others, share your ideas, and learn from each experience. As we know, the tech world is evolving rapidly, and you have the power to shape its future. So let's get out there and create something amazing together. Thank you all for allowing me to share my story with you today. If there's one thing I want you to take away, it's that your unique journey is your greatest asset. Don't be afraid to follow your passions, even if they lead you down an unexpected path. Now, go out there and build something incredible. I can't wait to see what you all create. Again, I'm Rishabh, and I hope you have a great time at this hackathon.
Thank you for those valuable insights. I definitely felt very inspired from everything you just mentioned. Now we're going to go and move on to prize tracks, which is what you all probably are interested in learning a bit more about. So we have an award for Wolfram for Best Machine Learning and AI Hack. This award will get you 4 Wolfram 1 valued at $25 and 4 Wolfram Awards valued at $1,660, which is a lot for all of your teammates. Next, we have another Wolfram Award for Best Use of API, where you will once again get 4 Wolfram 1 valued at $25, 4 Wolfram Awards valued at $1,660, and each person is also eligible to win the 500 Wolfram Scholarship for using their API. Next, we have Best Education Hack, where you and your team will win $25 of Best Buy gift cards. Next, we have Best Pitch, where you'll get XYZ websites, 50 free domains for 1 whole year. Next, for those beginners and people out there that may be your first hackathon, you can win 4 times $25 of Best Buy gift cards. And also for the females out there, we have a Best Female Team Hack where you'll win 4 NordVPNs. Next, if you have a duo out there, you can also win 2 NordVPNs for your duos. And now we're going to get into the bigger prizes. So this is going to be the podium prizes. So for third place, you can win 4 $25 Best Buy gift cards, as well as a 1-year NordPass and Incognito subscription. Next, for second place, you guys will win a whopping 4 times $100 Best Buy gift cards. And finally, for the first place, they will win 4 times Golf Automation and Robotics Arduino kits, and they're valued at $296 each.
Hey everyone, I'm Bazad, and I'm just going to be going over the schedule for this weekend. Um, so for today, obviously, we have our opening ceremony, but later today at 8 p.m., you'll have our Women in STEM panel where you can hear about the diverse and successful experiences of a variety of female panelists. And then at 10 p.m. is when hacking starts. Now, keep in mind, um, don't start hacking or working on your project before 10 p.m. because you will be disqualified if you do that. And then tomorrow we have at noon where we'll be running our intro to natural language processing, where you can, not only get a great introduction to the subfield of AI that is NLP, but you can also follow along with the hands-on NLP project, and you can learn how to use NLP in your own projects. At 2 p.m., we'll be hosting a university and careers panel. We know a lot of our hackers are in high school, and we want you guys to get an opportunity to learn more about university, interviews, and internships. On the Discord, you'll also see a form listed under this event where you can submit any questions you may have for our panelists. Then at 7 p.m., you'll have the opportunity to attend our Young Entrepreneurs panel. In this panel, you can learn directly from young startup founders, and you can get a lot of relevant knowledge from them. Many of the panelists are actually current students or new grads, so again, their advice will definitely be more relevant for you guys. Lastly, I believe the time for this is 10 p.m., but our Math Behind Machine Learning workshop will give you a great chance to learn about the actual math behind machine learning, as well as get a chance to train your own ML model. Also, it's not on this slide, but at 8 p.m. on Saturday, or I guess tomorrow, I'll be running a chess.com tournament. So stay tuned for that. And then lastly, on Sunday at 10 a.m., hacking ends. So make sure you wrap up your projects and get them submitted on the dev post in time for that deadline. Then from 10:30 to 1 p.m. on our end, we'll be judging your projects. And finally, at 3 p.m., our closing and award ceremony will begin. And that's all we have for you guys.
What? Okay, my bad, guys. Let's restart. Okay, I completely forgot to unmute myself. That's so silly. Okay, anyways, now we're going to talk about our dev post regulations. So, you know how Bazad talked a lot about the scheduling. So if you're interested in looking more at the schedule and just the information about the workshops, please do so by looking at the events on the Discord server. Additionally, there is a hacker handbook that is provided on the announcements channel for the Discord server. And if you have any questions, please let us know in the Ask Organizer channel, and we'll respond to you as soon as possible. I know, right? That's so silly. Okay. Now we're going to talk about DevPost guidelines. Okay, so DevPost submission requirements. So first, for the pitch, you have to submit a 3-minute maximum. So this is the absolute deadline. So please don't go above 3 minutes. Preferably, you have a 2 to 3 minute pitch. So this must be a YouTube link, and it must be unlisted or a public link. If it is a private link, then the judges won't be able to see it, and you'll get docked a lot of marks for the pitching section. Also, you need technical proof of your project. So, for example, submitting a GitHub repository link. It is totally okay not to code a project. However, there will be deductions because technical difficulty is part of the judging requirements. No cross submissions, and your code and everything you do must be written completely by your team. So hacking starts at 10 p.m. today and also ends 10 a.m. on Sunday. So if we see you committing that are like not in those durations, then your project will not qualify for judging. So please make sure to follow these guidelines carefully. Yeah, triple A is speaking facts. Okay, hacking time. So, like I said before, hacking time is August 16th today, 10 p.m. in Eastern time zone, and it ends August 18th, 10 a.m. Eastern time zone. So, again, 10 p.m. today, and then Sunday, 10 a.m. for a full 36 hours. And that's it. Yeah, very short opening ceremonies. If you have any questions, please let us know in the Ask Organizer channel. And we really hope that you enjoy this event. Again, hacking starts at 10 p.m. today. So, yeah, we hope you guys have a lot of fun. Thank you so much.